What's up, guys? Crypto Savvy here with your Litecoin update. Looks like Litecoin finally broke out. Now we're going to take a look at the targets and see where we might be headed.
1, 2, 3, jump!
All right, guys, before I begin, as always, I'm going to start out by saying I'm not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice. This is my view and my view only of the market. This is just my opinion. So with that being said, if you're doing any investing or any trading in this market, I suggest you do your own due diligence and your own research, as this market can be extremely volatile at times, as most of us know. So with that being said, if you haven't subscribed already, please hit the subscribe button in the bottom right hand side of the screen and tick the little bell if you want to get notified when I post videos. Also, if you could give me a thumbs up, it'd be greatly appreciated. And any comments you want to leave, go ahead and leave them in the comment box below. And let's get started. Litecoin daily chart, looking at this descending wedge here. We're going to zoom in and look at the targets. But before we do, I want to go into the RSI. This is the daily RSI and this ascending broadening wedge I've drawn. And it's been here for weeks now. And we seem to be staying within it. This bottom is being a pretty hard support and the top being a pretty hard resistance. So looks like we might come down, touch it one more time, or move up from here. But it definitely looks like we have a lot of room to move up. If you look back here, before we've moved up to the almost 93 on the RSI, and that would be right around in here on this one. So we definitely have a lot of room to move up, if that's what we're going to do, which looks quite possible to me. Now I'm going to go out to the 4-hour RSI. And as you can see, here's the channel that we were watching. And as I had said, to watch this bottom trend line, and if we broke down below it, we would have a sell-off, in which we did. And now we've come back up and looks like we've moved back into the channel here. So that's another thing to watch if you guys are keeping an eye on the chart. I really like the RSI. It gives a lot of clues as to what's going on with the market. Now I'm going to go back into the charts here, and we're going to look at if you look right here, you'll see a green channel that I've drawn in and we've been watching, and looks like the bottom, we've got support off the bottom and got a bounce, which also bounced us out of this symmetrical triangle here. And I believe we still have more to go, because just a simple thing to do is do a measured move off the symmetrical triangle, and I've showed you in the last video. If you guys have been watching my videos, you should have a kind of a pretty clear idea what's going on. But to do the measured breakout, we got the 3470 range is where it looks like we should be headed, and I'm still fairly confident in that, and I'm still pretty bullish as of right now. You can see these two lines I've drawn here, which I'm assuming, and this is just my opinion, but that we're going to form some type of either a bull pennant or a bull flag here, and this would give us the measured move off of this to continue on up. Measure the length of the flagpole there, and then put it out, assuming we were to break out around in this area, would get us right up into this 3470 area. Now, with that being said, there's no guarantees, but this is a good way to get rough estimates of where your targets are. And that's not to say that we go there and just stop. You know, once we get up there, we have to take another look at the data. We could form a bigger bull flag and continue on up, or we could get a massive rejection and come on down. But again, that, you know, until we get there, it's really hard to say. But right now, it looks like we've got some pretty good bullish momentum. As you can see, my EMAs here have all crossed over and are moving up. And then, you know, we'll see what happens when the EMAs get up to this 55 EMA. These right down here are my 8, my 13, and my 21 are EMAs. So once these go up towards the 55 EMA, you know, we'll see if we get resistance there or we push on through. If them push on through, you know, we'll have a lot lot more bullish momentum. And you'll see I had this target down here. If we would have broken out downwards out of this triangle, it would have been the same as a measured move up. So that was the area for the measured move down. Now that still could be, this could be a fake out, come back down. And a lot of times I've seen these symmetrical triangles go up and they fake everybody out as a bull trap and come back down. Now that's not what I'm thinking is happening this time, but keep in mind that is possible. So with that being said, like I said, I don't think we're going to stop here if we make it here. I believe, we may get a bounce down, like I said, another bull pennant or bull flag, and then bounce up to this next resistance around the $36 range. And this is going to be the real test range. We'll probably bounce around in between this 36 and 34.70 area for a little while, but I believe there's a good possibility that we will break that resistance and come on up to touch the top of this channel again. If you look at this white line, there is these two wicks that I've drawn a white line across, and where those meet the channel, right in here, is where I believe that could be the possible target of around the 43.50 range. And from there, this is getting a little far ahead, but just to show you the possibilities, if we were to break up out of this channel, the measured move out of that, and if we broke out right in that area I was talking about, the measured move from that would be right around the 55.75 range, maybe $56 range. And if you look, there was quite a bit of resistance right in that area, and at one time it was support over here. So, that would really make sense if we were to pop up. The $56 range would be my target if we broke out of the top of this green channel here. Now, if we were to break out of the bottom of this channel, which is still quite possible, and guys, the reason I give you both is because anyone that's trading, nobody knows the future, and you should always be prepared for which way. And by watching this bottom trend line and this top trend line, will give us an idea which way it breaks. Now, if we were to break out, depending on where we broke out on here, we would do a measured move, and we could be looking at the $20 range if we break down out of this channel. But we just pretty much got to watch and see and keep an eye on these support and resistances and these trend lines. And if you guys are following along, I suggest you start a TradingView account or something like that to start charting yourself and get an idea of what's going on in the market. So with that being said, I'd appreciate it if you guys would click the subscribe button. There should be a Crypto Savvy logo above my head. Just click that, and that will get you subscribed. And then if you tick the little bell next to it, you'll be notified when I post new videos. And that's about it for the day. I'd appreciate if you guys gave me a thumbs up and leave a comment if you have any suggestions, anything like that. I would appreciate it. But I hope y'all have a good weekend. Thanks a lot.